Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor, which is due unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great most honorable well, and Shalom to the elect that are listening and learning. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick video, man, and on these Christians, okay, because you got those of our people, okay, Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that are, in these churches, which a lot of you are, getting out of these churches, all right? But with everything going on in the world, all these prophecies coming to pass, you don't aid these churches. They're not giving you any answers to what's happening, okay? And you got our people in these churches, going there on the Sunday singing these hymns side by side with these Edomites and these heathen, okay? Thinking that that they're serving God, okay? But really, man, you ain't serving. That ain't of the Lord, man. Okay, the Lord has already set up, okay, His church, okay, upon the earth. All right, and that's His elect. Now, let me read this in Matthew the 13th chapter. This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 10, and this is right after the Lord spoke a parable. Okay, and the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you, and these were Israelites that the Lord was speaking to, right? He says, He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. So the Lord was speaking to His disciples, okay, saying, look, hey, it's given unto you, but to them it is not given. That's why the scriptures, that's why we are, starting with the apostles and elders of great Muslim on down, we're always telling you and always pushing that the Lord is only dealing with His elect. And if you're of the elect and you in them Christian churches, you're going to come out of that, man. You're going to watch the Israelites. You're going to watch this videos. You're going to get this truth. You're going to hear the Lord's voice, okay? And you're going to be converted and you're going to be healed and come out of that Roman Catholicism, man. Okay? It says, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. So how do you get the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven? Okay? Now they are taught, okay? And you got to have faith. Let's quickly read Amos 3 and 7. Who is it taught to? It says, Surely the Lord Yahweh Shai will do nothing, but He revealeth His secret unto His servants, the prophets. And that shows you that there's prophets here today. Okay? Now what is a prophet? A prophet means to say before. Okay? So we're reading you these prophecies. Who else can break these scriptures down? Okay? Like we can. Okay? Starting with our apostles and elders. Who else can do that? That in itself should show you who the Lord is dealing with. The Lord is dealing with the Israelites, man. All right. Now let's go to Jeremiah, because the Lord said what? It said, Jeremiah 3 and 15, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Now this knowledge and wisdom and understanding that we have been fed by our apostles and elders. Okay. All right. And as we learn, we feed others. Okay. This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is going to be the stability in this coming judgment. Because, you see those things that are racking up in Ukraine, and that's going to, the wars, all that stuff, that's going to come, the curfews, the martial law, that's all going to come to the West. That's going to come to America, okay? That's going to come to the UK. All right? And what's going to be keeping you stable during that time? Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge. Now, did I just not read in Jeremiah 3 that the Lord was going to set up pastors according to His heart, His mind, la'ab, in the Hebrew, okay? That was going to what? So we were going to be shown what the Lord basically has in store, man, okay? We were going to be given knowledge and wisdom and understanding of what's actually going on. To know the Lord, man, okay? That's in Jeremiah the 9th chapter, to glory in that you know me. The Lord said that. It says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is His treasure. Now we know that the scriptures say in Proverbs the 1st chapter that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. All right. Now this word, okay, that we're preaching unto our people, this is what it says in Hebrews 4 and 2. It says, for unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them. So the gospel is being preached, which the gospel means the good news. All right. But it says, but the word preached, okay, and the Lord has set up his preachers, the pastors, so on with our apostles and elders and gone on down, okay. For unto us was the gospel preached as well as unto them, but the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it. So the key thing is faith. Okay, if you've got it, if it's been gifted to you, then you're going to get it. And if you don't got it, you ain't got it, man. It ain't simple. Yeah, it's that simple. All right, that's why it says without faith it is impossible to please him. It's impossible to please Yahweh Shemel Shah without faith. Okay, but faith is actually given, it's gifted from the Lord, and it's not given to everyone. Okay, faith in this, in Yahweh Shemel Shah, faith in this knowledge was an understanding. Okay, in this truth, in Yahweh Shai. Now, these churches, okay, you got these pastors, which hold on, let me get a scripture. Silly women. A lot of these churches just full of these women, man. All right, and you got guys there, and a lot of these guys go there because they're trying to get one of these down with one of these women. All right. Oh, and by the way, you know, you got female pastors and all that. Look, the scriptures say, "Suffer not a woman to teach," and then the scriptures also say, if they should learn anything, let them learn from their husbands at home, man. All right. We don't have to be going out to camp and going out to church and having our women out there. All right. The scriptures don't say to do that. Right. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse. Let me start from 4. It says, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. Which these people in these churches, man. Come on, man. Okay, you guys are hella lost. And your pastors, the pastors are some of the worst. I've met some of these Christian pastors, man. They're some of the worst, I want to swear, man. There's some of these worst, the worst kind of people you'll meet. These slick-talking jakes, man. Having a form of godliness, and it really irritates me, man. Because I know one pastor, man. He used to be my boss at work. Okay, this guy was also a pastor, apparently, man. Okay, at church. I never went to see him or anything, but I know from what was said. Okay, and I'm sitting there. This guy's quoting scripture to me, butchering scripture. Man, it took a great deal of patience. I'll just say that. Right? He says, having a form of godliness, and this guy had a form of godliness, okay? But he says, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. He says, for of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts. Right? And that's why these churches are harlot houses, man. They're full of these women. Okay? All kind of adultery is rampant in these churches. All right? The woman be just doing all kinds of shit her whole life. Okay? Now, all of a sudden, okay, she's at the church and she's still doing wickedness. It says, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Okay? Which they ain't really learning shit because, they ain't really any true teachers there. Right? So they're going through these scriptures or, there's whatever the activities they're doing. It says, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth, man. All right? Why? Because it is not given to them. Now let's get Isaiah the 6th chapter to show you that the Lord has actually set up an angel to blind them. Right? This is Isaiah chapter 6, verse 6. It says, then flew one of the seraphims unto me, having a live coal in his hand, which he had taken with the tongs from off the altar. And he laid it upon my mouth and said, lo, this have touched thy lips, and thine iniquity is taken away, and thy sin purged. Also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then said I, here am I, send me. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see indeed, but perceive not. Why? Because they're not spiritually open to be able to get this, man. They can't hear the voice of the Lord. They can't really hear what the prophets are telling them. They can't, and you know why? Because they can't hear Yahweh Shai. Okay? Remember, the Lord said, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. Make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and convert and be healed. But they're spiritually, they're spiritually blind. Their eyes are shut. Okay? Let's get Romans the 11th chapter to show you that the Lord is only dealing with a select man. Okay, a select few, which that's the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Elected for salvation, elected to be able to understand and be sealed in this truth. This is Romans chapter 11, verse 7. It says, what then, Israel, okay, you tribes, have not obtained that which he seeketh for? Obtain what? The truth. Jacob, all kinds of things, or the scriptures say they have a zeal for the Most High, but not according to knowledge. Remember, this is about the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. All right, so the rest were actually blinded, man. And it goes on to actually quote Isaiah 6. All right, so this truth ain't for everyone. This truth ain't. First of all, it tells you in Isaiah 28, all right? Isaiah 28 and 10, it says, for precept must be upon precept. In fact, let's start from 9. Let's start from 8. Man, hold on. Yeah, let's start from 8. It says, for all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. Everything outside of this truth is vomit and filthiness, man. All right? It says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? And now remember, the Lord said, okay, you got to be born again. Now, what does that mean? Okay, you got these Christians dumping their head into dirty-ass water, okay, saying they're baptized. Look, now that's symbolic. The baptism of water is symbolic because John was doing that, okay? But it's symbolic of what? All right, being washed by this word. Let me get a quick precept. This is Psalms chapter 119, verse 9. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? So how do you cleanse? How do you get cleansed, man? By taking heed thereto according to thy word. Okay, so you got to be immersed in this word, and that's how the cleansing occurs, man, by the water and the washing of the word. All right, let me quickly read John chapter 7, verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture have said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. Okay, and that's this truth out of your mind, the spirit. Now, let's go back to, now where was I? Isaiah 28 and 9, it says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? So who's the Lord going to teach and make to understand doctrine and knowledge? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breasts. Meaning what? Being born again as a newborn babe in Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. Okay? That's why, okay, if you know, these people in these Christian churches ever learn and they're never coming to the truth. Okay, you got Jake out there, they can't come to the truth. All right? They've been blocked. Now you got those of the elect that are going to be what? They're going to be born again in Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. All right? And they're going to be weaned. Okay, it says, them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast, they're going, as newborn babes, they're going to desire the sincere milk of the word, as it says in Peter's, okay? And build up a foundation in Yahweh Shai and the basics, okay? And accrue that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man, onto the salvation. Isaiah 33 and 6, that's the stability. Now check this out, verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little and there a little. Okay? That's why you see me in this lesson jumping from precept to precept, different books in the scriptures. Okay? Why? Because through the precepts coming together like a puzzle, there we get the picture. Then we get the clear understanding. All right? And that's how and that's how we gain understanding, man. For precept to precept, here a little and there a little. All right? Because these scriptures, You know, they're like I said, like a puzzle, man. All right, and only if the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with you can you put it together and understand it. All right, and see the picture. So hey, man, these Christian churches, they're really, they're pretty much done, man. Okay, and all the Roman Catholicism, all the Jake that are into these false religions, all to these false beliefs, you're gonna die in that, man. Okay. There's only one way, there's only one truth, and that's Yahweh Shmi Shai, man. That's just knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, okay? That's the only way. To know you're an Israelite, to know the prophecies to the salvation, man, to know Yahweh Shmi Shai. All right? So, I'm gonna leave it there, man. And just a quick one, and Lord, and that's been an edifying lesson in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shmi Shai, Basha Makakadash. Okay, with that, man, I'm going to say shalom. Shalom to the elect.